Greetings and welcome to week 3 of Intro to Law Enforcement. Good little kind of move along point. You've had a couple of weeks now to get your feet wet, how to turn in papers, how to take tests, how to take the quizzes, how to get along with the discussion board. Discussion board is not for everybody. It's kind of tough. It's an important part of the class. It's the way we raise our hands and ask questions and keep discussions going. It's a big part of the participation. So hopefully you're getting more used to the discussion board. Last couple of weeks I was a little generous in grading the discussion board. If it appeared you were breathing while you logged in, I kind of gave you points for that. We're going to be a little more serious now about how well we participate on the board. And hopefully I've helped you out somewhat this week. I've tried to throw in a controversial subject. The topic this week is criminal law, which is a wonderful topic. We have entire classes devoted just to criminal law. So it's a fun topic. It's something you can sink your teeth into. You can have a lot of fun with it. A little supplement you might think about. I've mentioned this book that I wanted you to get a copy of, the APOA directory that talks about all of the departments in the state. APOA also publishes, and I'll put this on your announcement board, this little field manual. It's got all the laws in it, criminal laws for Alaska, that are most often used by line officers. If you ever see the real criminal law section of Alaska statutes, it's probably, see if I can do this here, it's probably that big. I mean, it's very, very, very thick. It's a monster. This is a edited down version. It's a field version. It fits in your pocket. And you can hurry and look up the differences between stat rape 1, stat rape 2, stat rape 3, the different theft charges, burglary charges. This has got drugs and alcohol. It's got, like I say, thefts. It's got all of the criminal statutes are in here. So I'll put on the announcement page if you'd like a copy. You can look up all the exact same stuff online for free, but sometimes it's nice just to be able to touch something and flip some pages. It's $7.50 from APOA. I'll put, you don't have to have it, although when you get to the criminal law class, you'll have to have it. But it's just a neat little thing you might find interesting. Anyway, back to the discussion board and controversy. The discussion board this week is going to be on stand your ground laws. If you remember back on chapter 1 of this text we're using, they already had a Trayvon Martin story, which of course threw stand your ground laws into the media and into the public. Alaska has a version. It's easily searched for. If you go up to your Google and put in stand your ground in Alaska, you'll get many, many hits. If you just look at your textbook has many references to stand your ground laws. So read all of that. Let's get a discussion going. What do you think? I'm suspecting this will be a little polarizing. It's very easy to believe that stand your ground laws are terrible. They have no place in society. They're just a way for people to get away with stuff. It's very easy to dislike stand your ground laws. Other side of the coin, it's very easy to appreciate stand your ground laws and believe in what they offer and believe that it's a right that we have to have. So I'm hoping to get some real good discussion on this. So that's the discussion board. This week for the paper, I've given you an assignment. I've told you what I want you to write about. I want you to write an episode. I gave you a link to a Picket Fences episode. Aha, if you're an Introduction to Addictions, you're watching Picket Fences over there too. It's a neat program. David Kelly, the guy that writes it, although this is fairly dated now. I mean, this stuff must be, geez, I hate to say 20 years old. I don't know, but it was an outstanding program, and he was very good at putting a lot of the issues right on the screen. That's kind of why I like to use it. This episode talks about defenses, which is a neat part of criminal law, because criminal law says you cannot do this. It is against the law. You are a criminal. It's a crime to do this. But then, interestingly, our system comes up with a whole bunch of defenses and excuses that makes that okay. An example, Alaskan example. Up here, it happens quite often. If you Google for it in the news, you'll find stories about it. Um, the law says it's against the law for you to break into somebody else's house and go through their stuff and use their stuff. You can't do that. People come and break into your house and eat your breakfast cereal. That's a crime. They can't do that. Although there's a perfectly legitimate defense if you do, and you'll be found totally not guilty if you do that. If it's wintertime and you're out hunting, you're out snowshoeing, you're out snowmobiling, you get lost, or the machine breaks down, it's dark, it's cold, you're about to be eaten by wolves, you find a cabin, totally legal for you to break into that cabin. You are kicking in the same door that you kicked in a minute ago and committed a crime, but this time it's legal. You had to do it. You were justified. There's a justification defense, a necessity defense that I want you to read about. So you can break into that cabin, you can use the firewood, you can sleep in the bed, you can eat the breakfast cereal, and it's 100% legal because of the different defenses allowed to you. So neat, that's what I want you to write about. I want you to write about the justification, the defense, the necessity defenses. Tell me what you think about them. Good, bad, indifferent, have to have? Of course, it only makes sense. Or why are we letting people get away with this stuff? So let me know. So the text this week talks about defenses, talks about elements. Elements are very important. That's why we have all these different degrees. You know, you can commit some of these crimes in the first degree, second degree, third degree, fourth degree. And the difference is the elements. How much did you take? How did you take it? You know, there's a huge difference. It's not the same charge to go into a store and lift a candy bar and walk out with it as it is to lift a 47-inch flat screen TV and walk out with it. It is the same charge in that it's both theft, but it's a different degree, and we know those degrees through the elements. So we're going to talk about elements. We're going to talk about crimes that are obvious on their face. We just know, we just have this innate cultural knowledge that murder's wrong, rape's wrong, arson's wrong. You know, we just know these things. We only know it's against the law to drive 80 miles an hour on the road because somebody has told us it was. And there's no innate knowledge that speeding is against the law or driving 40 in a school zone. It's only a law because the ruling powers have prohibited it. So all kinds of fun things in criminal law. I think you're really going to enjoy this. Stay on top of everything. Get your work in. Remember the class mottos. Easier to keep up than it is to catch up. Don't fall behind. And number two, we're nothing if not flexible. Some of you have written to me and said, oh my God, my computer died and I can't get the paper in tonight. Okay. I don't worry about that kind of stuff. I don't want you to worry about it either. Don't take advantage of me, but we're flexible here. Okay. We've got court dates, we've got babysitters, we've got snowed in, we're trapped in the wrong town because the planes aren't flying. We've got all kinds of things. So we're flexible here. I want you to enjoy this. I want you to learn. So have a good week.